Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is Fox2. Now, before I start today's video, I just wanted to mention I do apologize that I have not been responding to comments for the past 2 weeks, and also I haven't uploaded a video last week as well. We missed last week's video. For those of you who don't know, I mentioned this on my Discord server, but I haven't mentioned this on my YouTube. I've just been having an insanely busy time right now. I have, at the start of this year, joined an orchestra, which is one of the best youth orchestras in my country, so obviously they are very demanding, so I've been having a really difficult time trying to make time to record videos. But here is our video today, and it's an interesting topic because it's about top tier. Now, top tier is quite a pain point for many players. I've seen many people complaining on my Discord server, as well as even in my comments, that they just struggle to play top tier. It's impossible, and let me be honest with you, top tier is difficult. Even for experienced players like myself and many other YouTubers, top tier is nightmarishly difficult, and all the players here are very sweaty, very skilled players, and it's just hard to compete against them. But today I will hopefully be solving that problem for you. Now, one of the biggest things with top tier is it's very punishing of your mistakes. You cannot afford to make mistakes of this. So, the simple solution to that will be, don't make any mistakes. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But there are ways you can lessen mistakes, and one of the best ways, and I see this a lot, and this is why people die so fast at top tier, is being impatient. You have to be incredibly patient at top tier. Because, you see, in bottom to mid tier, many times people get bored in their position and they push out, and the enemies are blind and don't notice them, or take at least, I don't know, 5 seconds to notice them, which is plenty of time to get the kill. There's a lot of tanks, most tanks fire basic rounds like AP and HE rounds, APBC and APCR, so you can ricochet a lot if you do get shot, and if you do get shot, I often don't do severe damage, and you can still take your shot on the enemy and destroy them. But that doesn't happen here. You get skilled players, they will notice when you peek out. They are always watching you. There's always somebody waiting to snipe you. And all of these tanks, especially modern MBTs, are all firing advanced rounds. We've got tanks with APF SDS. Almost all MBTs fire APF SDS rounds with plus 400mm of penetration, Heat FS rounds, HESH rounds, and you have ATGMs flying around everywhere that all pack more than 800mm of penetration. So you've really got to be careful and be patient. That is the biggest key word at top tier. Patience is really gonna make you survive a lot longer. Now, something else at top tier that will really benefit you is that there are 3 vital skills that you need to learn to play top tier effectively. These, I think, are 3 of the most important skills you can possibly have at top tier, and this is really, for me, what distinguishes a good player from a bad player at top tier. If you can't do these, you're just not going to do well, and this has been, for me, the biggest skill that I've also learned at top tier, and these 3 skills are peekabooing, shooting on the move, and shot baiting. Now, let's start off with playing the peekaboo playstyle. This is extremely difficult to play effectively. Now, I would recommend that you learn to play 4-finger clawing. I learned it from a killer sniper. He gave me his suggestions on how to do that, because until then I'd just been playing thumbs like I think most people do. But thumbs is very difficult to play peekaboo effectively because you only have 2 fingers, so you can't really control it that well. Now, what peekabooing basically is from cover, you pull out, shoot, and then move back as fast as you can. You need to do that really in one movement, and get back into cover immediately. That should take you less than, I don't know, 5 seconds. You should be back in cover within, I don't know, 3 seconds. It should be a very fast movement. Now, this is hard because it's hard to aim as well. But the reason it's so important is top tier is going to be a lot of duels where it's just you and the enemy looking at each other, or you will both be behind cover, and it will be a matter of who peeks out first. And if you do decide to be the first to peek, you've got to do that very quickly, otherwise you'll get slapped by him waiting for you. Now, the other thing is shooting on the move. A lot of the time, you're going to be moving from one position of cover to another, and during that brief window of time that you're out in the open is when you're going to be able to take your shots, and you're going to be moving when you do that. You cannot afford to stop to shoot when you are pulling a move like that. That is extremely important. And the other and final skill is shot baiting. A lot of the time, you're going to be behind cover, and there's an enemy that's going to be death staring you, waiting for you to peek. And in situations like this, you really can't even play the peekaboo playstyle, because the second your track so much as appears, he's going to fire a shot. Now, this is where shot baiting comes in. You're going to need to learn to sort of just lightly peek, maybe just show the tip of your gun barrel or something, and just, you know, sort of shuffle back and forth until you finally tempt the enemy into taking a shot and hopefully missing you. They might get a track shot in, but hopefully they miss you completely. And then you'll be able to move out and catch them on the reload. Now, like I said, these skills are very important. And the reason is, at top tier, the enemies are very, very alert. They will always notice you peeking out. They're not going to let you get away. Unlike at top tier, where the enemy, bottom to mid tier, where the enemy sleeps a lot, the enemies at this tier don't sleep. They will always be on the watch, and even if they're not looking at you, you can be sure that they know you are there, and if you do peek, they will be ready to turn their turret immediately and hit you. And remember, at top tier, we've got MBTs with really fast turret rotation speeds. Now, another thing is, you have to understand your tanks and your maps very well. So one of the things is, at top tier, forget about key positions. Rather think of it in terms of key areas. Often at times you have to divide the maps into groups of 3, both horizontally and vertically. Now, we do know, everyone knows that, because, especially on the 3 base systems, that the maps in this game are divided into areas of 3. For an example, we've got Normandy, which is divided into the beach, the city, and the hills. That's the 3, and that is, this is if you divide it vertically. Same for Poland, we've got the fields, we've got the city, and we've got the lake area, and most maps are designed in this form. Now, the other thing is, if you divide it horizontally into 3 equal areas, this is going to show you how far you should push. Now, never push halfway, up to halfway in the early stages of the game. Always hold back a little bit and wait until you understand where the battle's going. I would say you should push to about 1/3 of the map's distance across, and you should sit there for the next while. And also understand your tanks. Now, when you decide which side of the map to go, it should fit your tank. Don't look at some YouTuber's video, because I know many people do this, that says, oh, this is a good key position, and then just go in there with a tank that completely doesn't suit it. Understand if your tank actually would work with that position, and then move out to it. Now, that's all I have to say. Let's go into battle and see what I can explain in the battle. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, so the first thing I'm thinking is which side of the map will do best. Now, for the Leopard 2A4, any side will actually do just fine, so it's really up to my preference on what playstyle I want to go for today. So I think I will choose Alpha as my routes today, and I'll explain why in a minute. But for the Leopard 2A4, it's so strong, any side will do. If we want to go for really a brawl playstyle, we can go for the city at B. The hills at C are quite difficult to play, but this tank will certainly handle them extremely well. But there's a lot of peekaboo playstyles there. Over here, there's a very good hull down spot, which works extremely effectively if you can play it well. Right over here. We can overlook the entire enemy crossing zone and handle that. Ooh, what is that? Oh no. Oh, that was close, that was close. I was sleeping at the wheel for a second there. I did not spot him moving out. Thankfully, he made a mistake, though, that cost him very dearly. As you can see, this position's going to work extremely well here when this guy crosses. There we go. There's another enemy picked off already. Now, the next thing I'm thinking is how many enemies are going to continue to cross. It's still early game, so there's a chance. But because we've been playing this effectively, they may just have given up on this zone and decided to move out. As we can see, it seems they're moving more towards B's side now. Although this BMP wants us, so I'm going to still hold back. As you can see, I did come very close to getting hit by him there, but thankfully we noticed in time. That's where you need to have very good situational awareness. That happens a lot in top tier. You get enemies forever peeking out where you don't really expect to see them. Okay, I'm gonna move out. If he targets anyone, it's probably gonna be that M60. Okay, I will go assist this M60 over here. Uh-oh. It's the BMP there.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Okay, our friendly got destroyed. And I'm in a very poor position, so we're gonna need to play this very carefully and skillfully as well. While he's peeking. I saw him move there. Right now it's a game of patience. I want to peekaboo him, but that BMP is still there. At least I think he's still there. Is he? No, he's destroyed. Okay. I think he just took a shot. Uh-oh. There he is. Okay, let's be very cautious. Here's a guy crossing. Okay, this guy's crossing fast. This guy's really dumb. Uh-oh, this is not good. Pull back. Shoot there. Okay, there's his ammunition exploded. And we're gonna move up now out of that. I think that's an ATGM carrier of some kind. Okay, apparently not. It's a Leopard. 3 kills in, which is really not too bad. We missed, and our cannon is damaged, unfortunately. Let's try and repair really fast. Hopefully we can do this in time. Okay, we're back in business. Let's go and see if we can clear off any more before the end of this battle. Now, I think I might just do another battle after this as well, because I don't think we could really explain much strategy in this video. It really just turned into camping a lot. Okay, here's a few enemies. Here's a few. Hopefully we can get a few more kills before the end here. Where are these guys? What? Alright, victory, 3rd place. 3 kills, that's not much. But we did survive, and that's what matters at the end of the day, especially at top tier, that you survive till the end. Okay, this is actually pretty good for a second battle, that we get to show the other side of Normandy here, since we are forced to go here. Obviously, being the fact that... Bro, please don't shove me now. I just want to get to my position with some speed. As I was saying, the fact that we only have 1 base. Now, this is going to be extremely intense, and I think we'll be able to showcase some very intense playing. Because of the fact that it's 1 base, so it's going to encourage a lot of brawling here. We missed. Fire. Okay, we're trying to snipe this guy. Okay, that didn't work out. There we go, crew knocked out, nice. Uh-oh, we've got a 2A4, 2A4, this is scary. Ooh, not a 2A4. 2A4s are extremely strong. Missed. We must keep an eye out. I hope he'll go target the T-72 first. Okay, that didn't do any damage. As you can see, uh-oh, it's not good. Non-penetration. Oh, this is intimidating. This is scary now. We are so in big trouble. Let's just keep our gun trained here. We should be able to catch him if he tries to peek us again. We've got 1 kill so far, and the enemy is very aggressive. Now, the first thing that's going through my mind on Poland here is the fact that this layout especially, what's gonna happen is the enemy's gonna cross over from the left side, and we're probably gonna meet them somewhere in the midpoint of the battle. Especially with this layout, it's not gonna be very spread. This is gonna be a lot of brawling in the middle. So I'm gonna move to my favorite position over here, which I know for a fact will overlook the point where most of the enemies are gonna show their faces, which will be right over there. Now, some of them may appear from the corridor here behind the church that we cannot see, unfortunately. Yeah, like I said, there's somebody around that side. He's peeking the other side. So we don't have any visuals on him. And it looks like the enemy is wiping our team pretty much here. So I'm just going to hold right over here. Okay, someone's flanking. I wish I could get visuals safely. Okay, there is a flanker here. Okay, we saved that. That's where reaction time comes in. I didn't have any time to really aim in there. Now, that was that for my guide to top tier. I hope you guys found this video useful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.